Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio. The opinions expressed during this show are those of the...
We are coming to you live, and we are finally got over a few little problems we've had here, but we got everything all set and we're ready to go. And we'd like to welcome you to another episode of the 420 Road Show. The 420 Road Show is a gathering of a couple of people, Al and Al, who like to travel around and do live on locations shows. And,
Al.
Yeah.
Al. Hello.
Hello.
Happy weekend, everybody.
You were gonna start. Go ahead and finish what you were saying, buddy.
Okay.
All
right. Well, as you can tell, I'm not alone.
No, not alone. Never alone.
Never alone. So, as I was saying, 420 Roadshow, we go live on location at different events, and today we have Kim, Northern Ontario, Kim Cooper, who is live on location.
I sure am, Al. I'm live on location way up north in Moonbeam, Ontario, just south of Kapuskasing. And we're having a mighty fine little festival up here with some folks.
And what's that? And fine little festival, and what's it called?
This year we are celebrating the 18th annual Hempfest Northern Ontario. It is, I think, the fourth year in the location in Moonbeam. And we're just starting to rebuild the brand that was established a while back in a different location. It's coming together very nicely. Fabulous location, fabulous people, fabulous entertainment, and oh my goodness, so many free samples.
Hey, Kim, is it fabulous?
All fabulous. You know me and my fabulous.
You have to lean forward just a little bit, sweetie.
Everything is fabulous.
There
always.
you go.
That's good. That's good that you never have a bad day.
Well, we're not going to think about that right now, are we?
She just had a dab. Leave her alone, Al.
Yeah, Al. Do another dab, Al.
Yeah, well, as the day goes on, we'll do that. So what? You're up north, up there. It's nothing. As far as anybody's listening to the States, it's not snowing up where you are. No, igloos.
We still don't have snow. No snow, no igloos. No, we do get some.
You must be getting color changes though, eh? No.
It's August. I'll wake up.
No, around town here, man. I tell you, we got trees that are going red.
Nah, it's August. We're still good here.
Maybe, yeah. Well, maybe it's just you guys only have pine trees.
It's just your eyes, Al.
Pine trees.
Shit. Now we've got festival goers running outside to go and find a tree that's changing color.
There
Look
you
at
go.
what you've done.
So they can hear us up there. Everybody can hear us.
Yeah. People are listening and tuning in right now, and people are now wandering around the bush looking for trees changing colors, thanks to Al Graham.
Someone's going to bring you in a red leaf. Hey, what can you do? So so today we're going to talk to, you got a few guests lined up?
I do.
Kim,
project your voice. You have to project.
And you can't turn your head. You got to look towards that microphone.
Every time you turn your head.
Keep forgetting I don't have my headset.
This is what happens.
My
it
bad.
goes like this.
I got some great guests lined up for us all today. I got Captain Dave from out in BC way. And we have Sean Mayer from Marijuana for Trauma. And we have Shane Hansen from Royal Pharmacy.
All right. Nice. And we're going to be able to talk to some showgoers, too, people who may be walking around?
We have several showgoers that are going to come over and say hi to everybody out there in Radio Land from our little festival up here.
So, and we're going to be able to talk with Robert, too, at some point?
I'm sorry.
You got distracted. You're not doing another dab, are you?
I know. I got offered one, but I'm waiting. Hang on.
It's all right. You can do a dab on there.
Yeah.
We can all hear you suffer.
Yeah. You can all help me pick my lungs up afterwards.
That's right. What's all been now? Hempfest. It's not just a weekend thing. It's a few days long.
That's right. Hempfest lasts for a full 7 days. The first 4 days is a camping event where people can get to know each other. They play games, win prizes, do some touring of the local places that are have swimming available and all that kind of stuff. See the sights, get to know people, and just kind of have chill, relaxing time. The final 3 days of the festival is non-stop packed entertainment. There's DJs running. There's 24-hour music going in the hall. DJs, there's 3 to 4 bands play each night. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Good.
You're there for the whole weekend, Kim?
Yeah, and like $40 for the full week. How do you beat that for a vacation?
There you go.
There you go. $40 for a week.
So there's camping facilities there?
Yeah, camping is included in the price, and so is all of the entertainment.
What about trailer hookups and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And swimming and everything.
Swimming is within walking or driving distance, depending on what location you want to go to.
Oh, awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's several lakes. The whole area is surrounded by lakes. So very nice place to come and visit and have a look around. Great spot to get away from the city, for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's nice when you get back to nature, eh? That's what they
Absolutely.
Say. Well,
and there's a great building here, too. It's an old Columbus Hall, so it's a 2-story building, full facilities, full stage. The one main floor is a full stage concert venue. It can house several hundred people. It's a great facility.
Nice. So this once a year party celebration of cannabis. It's been going. What did you say? The 18th year?
Yeah, the actual Hempfest Northern Ontario, Canada, has been going for 18 years solid. 4 years at this location now.
That shows long running. That's for sure.
Very, very long running. The host of our great festival here, Robert Neron, I got to tell you, this guy, he puts everything he has into hosting this festival every year. And my hat's off to him for doing it every year. He works tirelessly for 12 months so that this festival can take place for people to have a place to go, not only have fun, but also be educated. Speakers are available. Counselors are available. Information is available to novice, to patients, and to rec users alike. It's a really great, fantastic venue.
That's good. Hey, always more people or more places that people have to go get that information and education, the better. So,
absolutely.
Have you got just out of curiosity, have you got a guest there?
I do. Sitting right beside me right now, I have Sean Mahar, and he's from
Where he's from? Where? Kim, you turned your head.
Sorry, I got Sean Mahar. Sean Mahar from Marijuana for Trauma, and he's opening a brand new facility. I'd like to introduce you to Sean. How you doing, Sean?
Good.
How you doing, Sean? It's Al Graham here.
I'm very good, thank you.
Good. You may have to tell Kim to move over a little bit. Give her an
just
elbow.
shove her over.
No worries.
A nice
How's that?
That's good. Just take over.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm opening up a new shop in St. Catharines. It's going to be called Marijuana for Trauma Niagara. And myself, Jerry is the IC, and I'm the 2IC.
And then these, where was I going to go? Now, this is obviously a new place. So have you got the location all picked out and everything in St. Catharines?
Yeah, we're working on that, and it should be within a month or two. We've got a spot that we like, and it should be a good fit.
Yes. So, can you let people know basically how Marijuana for Trauma operates as far as when it comes to helping the patients?
Sure. Well, what we do is we get if you're an injured veteran that you were injured in the military, we have a doctor that will if you're most of the people that were injured are on pain meds of some opiate or something like that. So like I was, so we can help you get off those and get your life back.
How are you guys handling grows?
How are we handling grows?
Yeah, patients who want to grow their own.
Well, right now it's really all we can access is the licensed producers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Legally.
Okay.
That's all. Yeah. Go ahead.
So once that changes, obviously, we'll work whichever legislation we get. But right now, all we can really do is hook you up with a licensed provider. And there's about 28, I think, that we have access to.
Hey, that's a shopping list. This is 28 there. I know when
exactly.
at one point, like years ago in the old program, patients only had a choice of just one supplier, which was PPS at the time.
Yeah, I was part of that system. The orange bags.
Yeah. So,
garbage.
Yeah. Sure was.
We've come a long way.
Yes.
But I wasn't able to go off the opiates when I first started that. But when I was on 5 grams of marijuana a day until last May when I met Marijuana for Trauma, Andrew Brown and Chris Dupuis, and they were the Markham president and vice presidents, and they hooked me up with Dr. Hart, and I was able to go up to 10 grams, and I was able to go off all the opiates at that point.
Nice. And you see more of that. Even today on Twitter, there was some stuff that was going around about opiates, and there's an epidemic going on. It's not just in brutal. Canada or Ontario. It's North America wide.
It's North America wide. It is.
Yeah. So and cannabis can help reduce the opiate use and help people get off.
Absolutely, yeah. Like my days when I was on the 160 milligrams of morphine a day were literally just hell. All I thought about was whether I had enough pills or not. And now when I wake up, I just I kind of wander around, do my day, and then I say, holy shit, I've got to take my medicine. You know what I mean? Like you don't crave it. You don't, it's a totally different, I'm happy again. I'm living my life.
Correct. You get your life back, and
yes.
You don't get the damage to your system that is caused by the opiates.
It's actually, like I had such severe side effects. Like I'm only 48 and I couldn't drive an hour without having to urinate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I couldn't empty my bladder. So I was, I finally went in the middle of last summer. I went to Trenton, to MFT Trenton. And I was that was the first time I made it from Hamilton to the first rest stop there in Port Hope and could have a pee. I had to go really bad when I got there, but
can I ask what the reason is for that,
small
Sean?
Things, but holy fuck, I'm only 48, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Am I allowed to swear on here?
Oh yeah, you can swear. Can I ask what the condition is, Sean, if you don't mind? Because I'm kind of experiencing the same thing right at the moment. I have type 2 diabetes. Was that what the issue was, or?
No, chronic pain, but I got type 2 diabetes from the other meds, the antipsychotic meds I was on. I gained, I was up to 356 pounds, and I'm down to 240 now.
Awesome, but I'm down to 98, I think.
Yeah, the marijuana really helped me get in a good rhythm, and as long as I eat properly and exercise, the weight just came off once I got off those meds.
Awesome!
And
congratulations.
It's usually the other way around. People always worry about that you would gain weight.
Right. I've had therapists say that to me. How do you do it with the munchies? I'm like, that's one of the stigmas.
Edibles.
Like, sure, it helps you eat, but it if you kind of let it pass, it goes away.
And then you know there's more like some strains affect you more than other when it comes to
exactly. Like
I had
those sleeping pills, those blue Imavane sleeping pills I used to take.
Ugh.
Those gave me the worst munchies in the world. I could eat everything in the fridge and it didn't satisfy it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had that exact same conversation with my
right?
Yeah.
I had my exact same conversation with my dietitian 2 days ago, actually, about the whole munchie thing and using cannabis when you're trying to, change your eating habits and things like that. It's really hard, especially when you have an eating disorder.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah. So so you're opening a new office there in St. Catharines. Do you have another office, or this is your first time having?
This will be my first one. I've helped open the one in Markham, which is now in Pickering.
Mm-hmm.
I was basically the peer support coordinator for the first year. I ran the peer groups in Markham, Trenton. Helped them. They just started opening an office in Strathroy a couple of weeks ago. I was down there to host their peer night, and I just kind of show the guys the ropes, and they're able to run it after that. And I run a group in Hamilton also at the next guy that's up here, Shane Hansen. He was nice enough to let us use his backyard, so we meet there once a week and just kind of shoot the shit like we're doing right here.
Yeah. I know, like here, the Trenton location, there's a base there. There's other locations that are near bases. Is there a base, something like that down in St. Catharines?
There is a reserve base there, a big reserve presence, the Lincoln Welland Regiment. Yeah. But there's a lot of guys that have retired in that Niagara region.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's to service them and the still serving guys. Obviously, are hard to help because they're not allowed to use it yet, right?
Correct. Yeah. I had a question. Kim, don't forget, if you need to jump in there, just give the guy an elbow and jump on the mic. Okay, now as far as you do the signing with the veterans. Now, as far as you do signings as well as for the citizens?
Oh, yes. We'll help anybody.
Correct. Okay,
it's
good.
Just if it is a civilian, with the doctor, we have to charge the $200 fee. But once you get into the Marijuana for Trauma family,
yeah,
there's online cooking classes. There's tons of, and there's peer support. There's all these other things that we offer.
Yeah.
Once you enter the family.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Because I'm near the Trenton one. I actually.
Exactly.
I was beside it there the other day, and I'll be going there on Tuesday. I deliver some magazines to them. I take in magazines to them once a month, about 30 magazines.
I've seen them there.
Yeah, have you? There
yes,
you go. Yes. That's me.
You'll have to send me some in St. Catharines.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to we'll have to connect.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be able to send some your way.
Awesome. I appreciate that.
Now, I know from dealing with the guys down there in Trenton, that the fellows can go there, and down there they have like little classes or maybe mini courses to help educate the guys on different things.
Exactly. Yeah, they have every like cooking classes, how to make butter classes. They got the magic butter machine night. They've got yoga nights. Rob's wife's doing with the wives. It's taken off. It's really, really inspiring.
So does each basically is it set up as if MFT your individual franchises and you hold your own different types of events throughout the week?
Well, it's not franchises per se. It's the main office is in New Brunswick, and he's basically just opening up like satellite offices across the country to help other people, right? So the first office to open was in Markham, and since that last year in May, we've opened Petawawa, Trenton, and Strathroy.
Nice.
Right. So and everybody does it for free. Everybody's a volunteer. and we just do it because someone helped us and it changed our lives, and we want to pay it forward.
There was one of the office workers from the office, the Markham office. She came in the small town that I'm at here, and we have a flea market, and I'm in there with Canada Days, and she came in and she snapped a bunch of pictures of us, and she was sending them to her boss, and she was so excited that there was somebody that was out there doing some public education. And,
yeah. Well, it is. It's nice to talk to you guys. It really is, because there's a lot of stigma out there still. And we just, once we get around it, it took a long time. Even my mom and dad and people like that, they were always against it, but now they're using it. So.
Well, I know with, we talked about the opiate use, and I know Fabian, quite often, he's talking about the PTSD end of it all as well.
Yeah.
The benefits that they're finding there.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a really good thing you said there, because I initially started taking it for pain. And then I realized that it was helping my PTSD symptoms, like my anger and things like that, right? So it's a double-edged sword, I guess. It really, like, it's my main medicine now for chronic pain and PTSD, and it says that both on my prescription, with registered with Veterans Affairs. So, but you don't have to have. You can have PTSD. You can have part of an OSI. You can have. There's a lot of different things that PTSD or the marijuana will help. It's under the OSI spectrum, the operational stress injuries, you say.
Now, you guys have. Well, sounds like there's a monster back there. You guys also help when it comes to veterans in order for them to connect to Veteran Affairs.
Yes, absolutely.
You guys, from my understanding, Veteran Affairs helps you guys with the cost of the medication.
Yes, they do. If like I said, if you were injured in the Canadian Armed Forces, we can help you, and the Veterans Affairs does cover the cost of the medical marijuana.
Yeah, because I know every once in a while you'll see it in the news. I think the Conservatives came out with it, and then shortly after, once the Liberals got in power, there was a report that came out from them, or a quote from the minister about the surprise and shock of the cost.
Yes. Well, when I first started taking it about 6 or 7 years ago, there was probably only about 20 veterans. A fellow of mine let me know about it, and I got hooked up. But back then you had to find a doctor, which was very hard to find a doctor that would prescribe it, right? Like I went to a pain doctor, and he was okay to give me 5 grams, but he was okay with me taking 60 milligrams of morphine a day. He thought that was acceptable for the rest of my life.
Oh, wow. No.
Right.
No,
so it's just, it's like no one would go to the 10 grams. That's when my life really changed. And I was able to come to things like this. I never used to leave my house, right? Because of the PTSD.
Wow.
And
there you go, eh?
Yeah. So this is.
And they look at it as being. Some people would look at it as a negative that you'd be using it for PTSD, because they're always concerned about the mental health issues and stuff like that.
For sure, yeah. I've heard those stories, and I think those are, if there was schizophrenia or something like that, it's an isolated incident with someone that already had that mental health problem, because I've never, like I said, I had a serious problem with my anger. I used to destroy everything I owned, and walls or whatever, and I don't do that anymore.
No. Well, obviously people around you would see the benefit.
Oh yeah, my family has, they hang out with me again.
Yeah, you see that they change. Their whole attitude about the whole thing changes.
I have to say, Sean, I've had this conversation with Fabian before. I have severe ADHD, so I'm basically in the same boat on the anger meter with you guys. Never served, but mental health issues are very personal, just like cannabis is, right?
Yep.
It's a hard one to deal with. Because when you blow, there ain't nobody that can stop you. And
that's for sure.
Really the only thing that I've found in my life has been cannabis. That's the only thing that makes me go from 99 down to 0 again very quickly.
Me too.
Yeah, exactly. And that's instant.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Not where you gotta swallow a pill and wait 45 minutes for it to take effect.
Well, that's also the other thing. I mean, with my neuro pain and my health issues, my mental health issues, between the two of them, I need instant. You know, tinctures help me with that.
Yes, I also use tinctures. I play golf a lot since the last 2 years. Soldier On helped me get back on the golf course, and I was probably smoking about 10 joints per game, right? And then I started doing the tincture, and I put it in a green tea, and now I'm down. I do 2 joints on the front, 2 joints on the back, and a coffee on each on the front and back, or a tea, sorry. And it
We've lost Kim. We will be right back with Sean and Kim as soon as we can.
Will we play some music there? Huh?
We can play some music, I guess. What would you like? We got some Who. We could play some Who. We could play some cannabis songs, too.
Let's hear cannabis.
Let's listen to some Bobby Fricks, 420 Local. How's that?
All righty.
We'll be right back.
We'll be back.
If it ever loads.
I can't smoke pot, hell, I can't even wear my earring. Sick and tired of people telling me what I can and cannot do.
Hope Mr. Bach likes
Guess
it
I'll
too.
just I can't smoke pot, hell, I can't even wear my earring.
Hope Mr. Bach
Sick and tired of people telling me what I can and cannot do. Guess I'll just pack up my guitar and move to Music City. Starve to death like most starving artists do. I can smoke all the pot that I want in my old 420 Local. If I want, I can even wear an earring in my nose. No longer matters how I vote, or even if I want to. No longer matters how I wear my hair or my clothes. Don't hog that, man. Pass it on. I ain't give me that. You wouldn't even thought about it. Hurry it up. Hey, hand it over. Don't hog it. We need to stand for what you're doing. Where is it? Heck yeah, pass it. I can smoke all the pot that I want in my old 420 Local. Willie Nelson would kick your ass for smoking that much. If I want, I can even wear an earring in my nose. Don't bogart, pass it on, pass it on. No longer matters how I vote, or even if I want to. No longer matters how I wear my hair or my clothes. No longer matters how I vote, or even if I want to. No longer matters how I wear my hair or my clothes.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
Yes, you are listening to Lifestyle Radio. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, we're all back now. Kim, we found Kim. She fell on the floor underneath the MFT guy.
Too big of a dab.
Yep. But now she's back, so she's going to continue here.
All on the floor now.
She's going to continue her conversation with Sean from MFT.
Yeah, I'm just going to give you right back to Sean, and somebody else is giving me a nice sample here, so I'm going to turn it back over to Sean for a second. I wanted to chime in with one thought, though. When we did the last road show together was at Lyft, and it was wonderful to interview Fabian there.
Yeah, yes, it was. I don't know. Were you there, Sean? He's gonna have to move closer.
You gotta come hug.
Yeah, I was there.
You were there.
Yeah, I was there.
I believe we met Sean, and he was going to come on the air, but then Fabian showed up.
There you go.
There you go. Is that the right? Are you the right one? Are you the guy? Is that
I'm
you?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
I got a white goatee.
Yeah, that was you. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Everybody just shuts up when Fabian walks in the room. That's what
Yeah. He really is I look to him. He's my mentor. I have a question I ask Fabian. For sure.
Yeah.
You know, it takes some people, grab the bull by the horns, go like that, and other people. It encourages others to do the same and get involved.
Exactly.
And then once you've done something, gone through the experience that you've gone through with, opiate reduction and your with your PTSD stuff. It just gets more people doing the same.
Can I just bring something to light, Al?
Sure.
Between Al and myself on the 420 radio show, we talk to a lot of vets, both Canadian and U.S. vets. And everybody's always saying that the issues are with the opiates and things like that they end up going on when they come back. But nobody pays attention to the trauma that happens when you're there. And then you come back and there's no help. Right?
Right.
Can you elaborate a little bit what it was like, the transition from coming home to going through, figuring out, and then ending up where you are now helping with MFT?
Yeah, well, I'm a little bit older. I didn't go to Afghanistan. I got in the military in '88. Went to Germany for 3 years. That was a blast. We basically just drank beer and shit. We were against the Russian thing, but the wall came down, so they closed the base and we came home. And then Bosnia happened, so I went there I went Petawawa to Bosnia, and I got out after that. At my end of my contract, at the end of 6 years, there was no real promotions. It was all cutbacks and shit like that. So I decided to go and try, and I was still only 27. I figured I could get a good job in Hamilton. So went home, took the kids home and the wife, and I worked at National Steel Car for 3 years, and that's when I realized I didn't know that I had PTSD, but I had severe anger episodes there. Like, I was a crane operator and I would throw shit all over the place and just, insane shit, right? So then I moved to Westinghouse, a lot better work environment, cleaner and that, more money, but I was really struggling with the PTSD then. I actually had to go into the psychiatric ward at McMaster in 2001. I was there during 9/11. Actually, I was there for about 6 weeks, and they had me on so many pills. Like, I was literally drooling when you were looking at me, and I didn't know it. So I went through that, and then a stint at Bellwood in Toronto, and they basically just strip you of all the meds and cold turkey you and try and brainwash you into thinking that there's something wrong with you rather than the trauma or the root of the problem. They weren't really set up to deal with that then. But I did a program at Homewood in 2007 that was strictly just for trauma, like a PTSD course. Mm-hmm. And that really, my wife likes to say it was good timing, the stars aligned or whatever, but I was able to try and put the things they taught me into my daily life, like just grounding and doing my breathing and, not to do the negative, rather trying to be positive rather than negative, just things that you have to practice, right?
They breed negativity into you when they're training you, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, it's that whole, it's always, they want you on hypervigilance mode all the time.
Yeah.
And it's hard to turn that off after, right? Especially with the brain injury. You just go right to that. And it's fight or flight. So usually most of us fight. Or the flight part would be staying in your house.
Yeah.
Right. So 2007, I really turned things around, and that's when I lost the weight too. And like I said, last year, I got a call from Christian Puy, and he asked me if I would run their peer support stuff. So I was honored to do that. And I've helped them, volunteered up until now, and we're still going strong.
That's awesome. Where did everybody go? Everybody
it
left
is. It's a big change. It's obviously, and now you're turning around and helping people after you being able to help them.
Yeah, that's the real payment. Like people say, how do you do this for free? Well, I'm getting paid by that, right? It makes my heart really feel good again.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It always reminds me of The Grinch Stole Christmas, when his heart swells.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Everybody does what they do in this community for a reason. There's a lot of helping helpers. There's a lot of not so helping helpers.
No, that's everywhere, right?
Yep. I'm curious to know, Sean, what your feelings are on about what's happening right now and into the future with the ACM PR.
I've tried to just go with it. I think it's great that we're able to grow a few plants, but I myself, with the PTSD, like I've known friends that have had huge grows, but you're basically tied to it. You can't go away. If something goes wrong, there's a lot of stress there.
But
so I really need someone to do it for me, right? So the LPs, they're, some are good, some are bad. Again, right? You got to find one that fits you and go with it. But hopefully, we'll see what happens. I don't know. Like I've always kind of not really cared because I already had my license, right?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I listened to a fellow here speak yesterday, and he's very up on the laws and the fight in court and all that stuff. And the government really is trying to fight us tooth and nail on this whole prohibition thing, right? So it's hard to say what's going to happen.
Yeah, we had Dr. Cameron's on the 420 radio show last night.
Yeah, I'm going to interject here. The gentleman that he was speaking to that was knowledgeable, we had John Turmel was here and spoke for about an hour and a half yesterday at the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very knowledgeable fellow, yes.
I know John, yes.
Honor to hear him talk.
We know him very well around here.
Yeah. So, it's hard to say, really, right? Like, I think that everyone should have, I feel for the little guy that doesn't have the money to buy the $15 a gram, right? See, I don't have that problem because Veterans Affairs pays for mine.
Correct.
But someone that doesn't have that, that's on ODSP or something like that,
unfortunately, I don't
really
have that.
need this.
Yeah, I don't have that, and the ability to grow my own, not only for the price, but for the therapy. As I said, we had Dr. Cameron's on yesterday, and he was telling me, we were talking about the whole therapy also behind growing.
Yes.
Right?
When I was in Homewood, that was part of the course, the horticulture.
Okay.
Yeah, it's huge therapy, bro.
Do they? I'm just curious. When you go to a place like Homewood, I've had a few friends that have gone. Do they talk about using cannabis treatment? Do they talk about it negative, positively?
They're pretty stigmatized against it.
And they use the pill.
Yeah, they'd rather you take the pills. But I've had friends that went and medicated in their car, kind of thing, right?
Yep.
And just kept it on the down low, and because again, it's like you can't expect someone realistically to go off all their medicine.
If I had enough
medicine that didn't work before, right?
If I had enough cannabis to sustain me for the year, I would consider not taking anything else, and that includes my diabetes stuff and everything.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, because I live in an apartment, up until yesterday anyways, I couldn't do that. So now I have to think forward and figure out what I'm going to do, because we've learned some things that I think Al's going to argue with me about.
What, me argue with somebody? What do you mean?
Well, yesterday, I don't know if you guys heard, but yesterday on the show, Ross was talking about a phone call he had with Health Canada, and
Correct.
he mentioned that he asked a few questions. One of the questions was, if you live in an apartment, what are you supposed to do? You do not have to let your landlord know.
No, that's right.
You don't have to ask permission from the people who own the building. Therefore, all those people in housing, like myself, I live in housing, can legally grow their own medicines if they qualify and are given their certificate.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And there's nothing that Health Canada or the government or housing can say about it. It's all right there in the regulations.
Ordinary place of residence.
Our ordinary place of residence.
That's
and I
awesome.
am an ordinary person paying rent.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's how it was under the MMAR, and that helps. So, like you said, Sean, you got coverage, but
Yep.
some people on ODSP, obviously they don't. So, if they can grow a little bit of medication in order to help them along.
I met a fellow at my Hamilton group that is in the process of getting his prescription. He might be one of the first ones that gets covered by them.
I think they're going to have a big flood of people over the next 3 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Oh,
But then it's going to settle.
So if that happens, I'll be really happy for him, because come on, it's a legit medicine. We know it's not addictive. It's saving lives all the time. Like, let's get on top of this and start saving some more lives.
And this whole LP thing, you have a choice, as we're learning, because there's a lot of people out there that know the laws about cannabis specifically. Al is one of them. Ross is another. Marcel, I'm sure you've done some reading, Sean. I depend on my crew to inform me because I'm dyslexic. But there's a lot of interesting things coming out now. I mean, things that, like, if you've been convicted, period, of a drug offense in the last 10 years, you're not going to be able to just go about getting your license. You have to take that to court, but that shouldn't be an issue if it's legitimate, right? You got to figure that out. The courts are, I think it's safe to say that after the Allard decision, with what's going on, the courts are now finally trying to side with us, with the patient. They're saying, back off, Health Canada. You got to do this. And I also want to remind people, Justice Phelan, is it Phelan or Palin?
I think it was
Phelan has not said boo. Until he says something, and it could be 6 months, it could be tomorrow, it could be a year from now, until he says something and says, okay, this is okay, Health Canada, very good job, which I don't think he's going to do. It's not etched in stone, and it's not even real.
The next date is September 2nd for something that was going to come up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're waiting to September. That's what the fellow said last night. What was his name again, sorry?
John
Trammell. Yeah.
September 2nd. I wonder what that is, though.
It's
only 5 days away.
That's
5 days away.
He said it's going to be huge.
Okay, well, we'll be on the air on the 2nd, so we got the next 420 radio shows on the 2nd. So
is it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So something breaking comes out.
In fact,
you'll be able to cover that night.
I know we have a guest, but I can't remember who it is because I was trying this new Herbva vaporizer. Sean, have you heard of the Herbva vaporizer? Herbva, it's called.
Herb and V.
It's. I've got one here that I'm reviewing, and
I haven't heard of it. It's Herb and what?
Herbva, just one word. Herbva. It's.
Oh no.
It's what's the name? What did I say the name of the company was? Aristic or something like that. But anyways. It's a herb pen, basically. It's about the size of a harmonica. And it heats up to a temperature where you could actually burn product in if you wanted to. Or you can vape it. And I'm loving it. And I'm just wondering.
How much?
You know what? I don't even know. I looked on the website and it was like $100. Right? There's not much information. I looked up for a website. Couldn't find a website. Just type in Herbva and you'll find it.
Cool.
They've got different colors. It's very stylish. Like I said, it's about the size of a harmonica. But anyways, I'm wondering if a portable vaporizer, is that something that helps you? Because I know it's helping me. It's my new.
I've had a PAX for a long time. I've actually sent it in and got a new one.
I've not tried one of those before.
No, I haven't tried a PAX either. No. Well, I've never owned one. I might have tried one somewhere.
I don't think I've tried one.
Even better. It's a really quality item, but
it's a bigger one, isn't it?
Pricey.
It's
is
bigger.
Is that the one that has does it have games and music on it? Do you remember, Al, when we were doing the Lift Expo? There was one inside the Vapor Lounge that actually played games on it.
Yeah, the one that played games, and then there was the other one with the magnetic clip. Remember, we checked them all out at Lift.
Mine has a magnetic cap.
Yeah.
So you don't lose the cap.
Yeah, so you don't lose the cap.
Too. The bottom goes in with it magnetically, and then you click the top, and the mouthpiece pops out.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's great for having, if I'm at a football game, and it's too far to get to the smoking section. You know, if I'm getting a little bit of anxiety, I can just hit that a few times and it levels me out. You know,
it allows you to do public medication more discreetly.
You know, I've been joking the last couple of days. I just got it to review, like I said, and after joking for a couple of days, it's my new best friend. It really is. I mean, I turn it on. It takes about 20 seconds to heat up. And then shebang bang, it zips up to the right temperature, and I get half a dozen nice hauls off of it. If I want to keep going, as some people do, right? It'll burn for hours. You know,
nice.
Yeah.
I've got a weed one and a oil one now.
I haven't tried the oil ones yet.
Oh, they're really good, and I use it as my breakthrough basically instead of an opiate breakthrough, which they used to call them. I just use that like a very good distillate.
Yep.
Or the honey oil. I put a couple of little drops of that in there, and that like first thing in the morning when my pain's really bad, that kills it. Right, but I use it as a breakthrough and not all the time because you have to. You know, it's like anything else. If you abuse it, it's not going to work.
It becomes a crush after a while. I use my tincture like that. I wake up with really bad pain in my back.
Yeah, the tincture is great for that too.
Yeah, so I'll just limp over to the fridge after I have a pee, and then have a few drops out of the syringe, and then I go back to bed, and that gives me another hour or two. You know.
Yeah, for sure. Right on. Speaking of the oils and the tinctures and everything that you guys are all using, I kind of want to use that as a segue to move over to another guy here that I got sitting here named Shane Hansen.
All right,
and he's from Royal Pharmacy, and he is he's also affiliated with Sean here, who's just behind
Take care, guys. Thanks a lot.
Very nice meeting you, Sean.
Thanks for coming on, eh?
No problem. My pleasure.
We'll have to have you on one of the shows down the road.
Yeah, I was talking to him about getting him on it and talking to him about the new venture that he's going to be opening up.
Once it gets open, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Yeah, we're going to absolutely have to have him on the show. He's also affiliated with who we've got next, and that's Shane from Royal Pharmacy. And I've been pleasurably sampling a lot of Royal Pharmacy's products this past few days.
I've never had the pleasure.
And I gotta say, very, very, very impressive. So I'd like to introduce everybody now to Shane Hansen. Welcome to the show, Shane.
Hello, Shane.
Hello, Shane. Where's that applause?
Oh, wait 1 minute. Hold on, Shane. Just a second. I'm a little medicated here. Hold on. I'm slow and I'm old. I'm getting there. I'm on two computers. Hold on. Wait. All right. This is what you get when I'm here all day.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. I didn't expect such a warm welcome.
Oh.
Great.
We're warm, and sometimes we spit.
Likewise, yeah.
Yeah. And especially when you guys sharing in the same spot, you better watch out.
So please tell us about your products. I have not had the pleasure. I've recently just started dabbing myself with the helps of Thompson Caribou. Now you can tell me about your product, and then I'll learn something new today.
Oh boy. Well, okay. So first, as far as concentrates go, we got some. Well, we got a few different varieties of shatter. We got a really good Royal Pharmacy house shatter. It's an MK Ultra Master Kush hybrid. We also got some Fant Master Kush and Purple Candy shatter, which is very, very, very good. That was Distillate from Head Stashes. They're out of the Okanagan, and that's a 99.6% THC distillate.
We can't hear you, Kim. You guys have to hug.
You have to hug. Got to face the computer.
We're
and
hugging.
speak. All right.
Still can't
very
hear
nice
you.
stuff. Very, very clean, and it does its job. You know, it's an instant pain reliever after the initial pain of the dab. But yeah, very nice stuff. And then we got a lot of different products. We got some Fido, and we got some Buddha Private Reserve, some. Jesus, sorry guys, I'm having a little bit of a...
That's okay, so are we.
That's all right. We've been dabbing too, so we can understand.
Yeah. So yeah, we got Buddha's Private Reserve, resins, just some great butters, some really good cake batters, lots of edibles.
Can you explain something to me, if you don't mind?
Yeah, absolutely.
What is the difference? We've been having this conversation because I've been sampling stuff. A buddy of mine gets the Hemper box, and he got a dab rig. So then I got some stuff to sample for my show, and then but I've tried some shatter, and I've tried some butter. Now, what is the difference? And I understand the butter is whipped, right?
Okay, so I'm not sure how much you understand about the process of making them, but
tell me. I'm just sitting in my living room, man.
Butter is basically a pre-shatter stage. So
okay,
when you're making shatter, you're going to first produce, a high grade, basically honey oil.
Okay.
And then that honey oil would typically go into a vat, and you're going to have your shatter.
So instead of putting it in the vat, you whip it.
So yeah, instead of putting it in the back, as it cools, what I do is I would just basically give it a very quick mist, and I would just whip it with a little tool, and you kind of aerate it. You give it that butter cake batter consistency.
So where does the wax come from? Earwax or wax, whatever they call it.
It's just an expression. It's just another name
for butter.
All it really is.
Okay.
So
yeah. Okay. I get you.
Yeah. But like cake batter, butter, it's pretty much all the same thing, just different.
It's prepared differently.
There's a little different consistency and whatnot, but it's all the same product essentially.
And can I ask how you folks do it? Are you using a closed loop? Are you using reclaiming? Obviously, you don't have to give me your secrets, but I'm just curious.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
What kind of a system do you use? Are you using butane, CO2, cold extract? Are you heating it?
Well, we have different processes. We have closed loop for our shatter.
Okay.
We'll have an in-house. We have in-house bubble hash, so we'll do that with just our screens and our ice.
Cool.
We have CO2 extracted honey oil.
Okay.
So that's done in more of a professional upgrade.
Yeah.
Situation, more of a lab situation. So, yeah, we got a bit of diversity, and
well, that's good. It's always good to have.
But,
and where are you guys located out of?
We're in Hamilton.
Okay.
Hamilton, just outside of Toronto. 1395 Main Street East in Hamilton at Kenilworth.
So you have a store.
I got a dispensary there. Yeah, Royal Pharmacy with an F.
Okay.
Okay, now I'll change that spelling here.
Yes. But you know, I don't. Right now, it's a day to day. I don't know how long I'm going to be there. As far as you know,
are you worried? Are you worried about the RCMP knocking in your door and saying that's enough of that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's already been some raids. Well, I mean, we all know about the raids in Vancouver and Toronto, but we've also had some raids in Hamilton, and they were more driven by you know, maybe, you know, poor operation more than anything.
Yep.
But at some point, you know, they're going to come and knock, and and I don't think we're too far off from that. But
well, like Hamilton and like Vancouver and like every city and place in Canada, they are picking off specifically extracurricular things that are going on, I would think, because there are some dispensaries, compassion clubs, whatever you want to call them. There are some places their doors are very open, they're very public about it. In the city of Toronto, in Hamilton, in Vancouver, Mark Emery's going for it as well. And eventually, there's a lot.
Well, you know, I personally, you know, I don't serve anybody under 25. You have to be licensed. And that's not so much my beliefs as it is I want to be here as long as I can to provide medicine for people. And, you know, I know that the storefront isn't going to last forever, but regardless, my patients are going to get medicine from me, whether it's, you know, from the store, from my house, or from a jail cell. And unlike Justin Trudeau, I keep my promises, and you know, I'm here to help people and to fight this fight, and I'm going to fight it no matter how I got to do it. So not going anywhere.
I'd like to get some information about you guys. Please do me a favor after you're done. Get my information from Kim. Okay.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
Cool.
You're talking about the, you know, fighting and stuff like that. You know, with these recent court decisions and things, and some favorable information coming out of the Supreme Court of Canada there with the Smith case, is there a chance that one of these dispensaries will maybe take a court challenge?
Well, I'm right now. I'm in the position where, again, you know, I'm not going anywhere, but I know that they're coming and knocking soon, and they're going to put charges, and they're going to take my stock and try to shut me down. But that's me. I am going to fight this to the Supreme Court, and you know, I paid my quarterly taxes, and the government accepted them, and they accepted them with a very clear list of where every penny came from, whether it was dry herb concentrates, edibles. And they didn't send the money back. So when they try to charge me for proceeds of crime, then they need to answer to that also. And,
I've talked to a few people about that in the past, and one of them was Ted Smith. And I'm sure you may be aware of his situation, where the Victoria Cannabis Buyers Club and the $150,000 fine that he was issued on back taxes. Yeah. So they want their money. They want their money, whether it's legal or illegal.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, that's there's a obvious serious conflict there, right? And
and Mark Emery, you know, he always did the same thing. Wrote on a note that Siege Stales paid his taxes.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I mean,
and I know of one of the dispensaries in Toronto that I was connected to. It even paid unemployment, income tax, all that type of stuff was dealt with. You know, is it like a regular business with their employees?
Well, exactly. You know, there, like you were saying earlier, there's a lot of dispensaries that are, you know, they're not operating the way they should be, and you know, we have to abide by some kind of laws here. But those of us that are, you know, we need to be there. Like, you know, the whole thing with the LPs, like, we live in a country where as far as I know, we can't monopolize an industry, and they're not saying it's about education. What is it about them? Why can I not, as a Canadian citizen, provide this medicine? Give me tell me what I got to do. But it's just such a bunch of crap as far as I'm concerned, and it's just bureaucratic bullshit, and it's about money, and they don't give a shit or a fuck about the sick people,
When they set up some of the programs like the MMPR, they went around and they talked to all the compassion centers across Canada, some of the older style ones, and that's how they set up their program. That's how they figured out how to do things, was to go to these places. And now basically what they've done is if they're turning around and they're trying to develop a government-based system with all regulation and control, and trying to eliminate basically the competition that's been there for years and probably serves 2/3 of the patients that are out there compared to the LPs.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you take us all back 5 years, it's all us guys that came from sitting in our living room fucking weighing up dime bags. And regardless of how people want to look at that, that's where this came from, and that's how it all started. And we are the people with the knowledge, and we are the people that give a shit because we are patients. And, this for me keeps me probably alive,
I was at a dispensary. I was at a dispensary yesterday doing some running around and deliveries of the magazine that I'm involved with, and they, I'll tell you, the decision at looking and watching the people coming and going, I could clearly say, and they agreed, was that people are voting with their feet and they're voting with their money. They're going to these places. They've been doing it for years. They've been doing it for medicinal purposes, and then all of a sudden, now for some reason, they're concerned that people are going to get sick from them, so on and so forth. But that's not happening. It's just putting words out there, and when people repeat things enough, some people believe it.
They react, exactly. Well, at the end of the day, I think we still have a big fight ahead of us, and at the end of the day, I do believe we are going to have dispensaries. Because, it's about what the people want, and people don't want to order their shit and their overpriced crap from LPs. So, the fight night may not be over now, but, it'll either, they're going to have to comply with us, or the black market is just going to be so much bigger that it's just, they're going to have to at some point comply and let dispensaries be, because there's really no other way around it.
No.
People aren't going to settle for anything else.
Yeah, exactly. They have the choice. People want to see their buds. They want to be able to smell it,
absolutely,
see it, all that beforehand. They don't want something that's come to them already ground. I'm sure there's people out there. Okay, there's people out there that are in positions where the LP may be suitable to them.
Absolutely. And listen, there are some great there's some great products from LPs, and I don't have anything against the LPs other than the fact that they just want to monopolize the industry. If they would, I don't mind providing LP products if those are the products that my patients want, and those are the products that are fair price, good quality, and I have no problem with that. I'll buy all my products from an LP, but it's got to fit the consumer, the patient.
That was something, Al. Remember we were touching on that at the Lift Expo. I believe it was Sandra and a few others were talking about, the LPs, whether if they turned around and were the ones that were supplying the dispensaries.
Well,
think of the money that they would make.
They've already, they've already kind of pointed out in the rumor mill, I guess, that I think that we're looking at a prescription thing through a pharmacy eventually, as opposed to dispensaries. Unfortunately, I think that's the
pharmacy will end up being the dispensary.
They've already expressed the interest.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a very viable alternative. And honestly, I mean, if that's what happens, I'm okay with that, because I get my other prescriptions there.
Yeah, but You're not gonna get the.
I'm not.
I want to make a point about that and how that is kind of.
I wasn't finished, but okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
An example of how that would fail is right now most doctors will prescribe you cannabis, but they don't tell you any difference between sativa, indica, and it's like giving me a prescription for pain and saying there's a few different pills out there, go find the right one,
Okay, but in 2016 the patient has to take some responsibility at finding out what medication that they're using.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And there will have to be services put in place like that, and the government will have to help do that because they're the ones that are putting these stupid rules in effect. So I mean,
you know it.
Yeah. And so when you look at the whole package, it's not that bad. There's a lot of individual things that are really fucked up that shouldn't be. There are some things that are, but there are other things that are
good and bad in all of it.
That's
Absolutely.
right. There are good things out of this. For instance, as I said, as somebody in an apartment, as an apartment dweller, I can grow my own without any threat of eviction or arrest. Period. Now that's in theory and in writing. I'd be happy to test it, and I'm gonna.
I talked to a pharmacist one day. I was out and about. It wasn't my regular pharmacist, but I was talking to another pharmacist, and I asked them, if you started to sell cannabis, would you be able to answer any questions? And she just looked at me. She just looked at me and said no.
Yeah, my pharmacist just kind of looks at me and smiles every time they do that, 3-month update thing or 1-year update. They're like, have you changed any? Nope, just, metformin, Lipitor, and cannabis. And they always, because it's always a different pharmacist, they always look at me and go, shh.
And that's why they need guys like you and I and people that have been in this industry in one way or another most of our lives. Because you cannot just now train the whole medical industry. This isn't about you can't. There's not a generic. There's not a generic formula here. Every patient needs to be dealt with completely, 100% uniquely and different. You know what I mean? The same symptoms with you and I cannot be dealt with the same cannabis or the same, form of how we take it. So,
well, cannabis for one is very it's an individual, just like it is in itself. It's an individual in the way it helps individual people. Cannabis is patient specific, in other words, and it depends on what you're using it for. We talk about medicating, but everybody's using cannabis to relieve something, be it to get high after work, to calm down after an incident or a traumatic event, or because they've got cancer or they have pain issues
or pain or whatever it may
there's
be.
A host. There's an actual list. Is there still a list, an approved list up there yet, Al?
There is, and it's very general. It's not. There's a million things that could be added to it, but it's definitely growing. It's definitely getting better. I mean, as we can see with legalization, there are improvements.
Yep.
But sometimes with those improvements come a lot of bullshit.
And I'm glad you brought that word up, because people are talking. The only thing, the first press conference, it was all about rec. They said, we'll be announcing something next spring in 2017. And then all of a sudden, on the whatever date it was, I think it was the 2nd, wasn't it?
Of August. 5th of August.
Okay, 5th.
Yeah.
All of a sudden we hear, okay, well, we've come up with new regulations, and then it's been 3 days now. And everybody's going crazy. And everybody's going cuckoo. And everybody's stressing out. Give it a break. Take the forms to your doctor, get them filled out. Then sit down with your spouse or decide what you want to do. If you want to go to a place like MFT or to a concentrate place to get your medicine, wherever you want to get your medicine, you're going to get your medicine. Come on, who's kidding? Anybody?
Yeah.
All right.
But people got to do their due diligence.
You got to do what you got to do. But we have options.
Questions.
Exactly.
Well, every prescription drug commercial, it always says, make sure this drug is right for you. Follow the instructions and read the information.
Exactly. And now we have some options in Canada, and there ain't nothing anybody can do about it. Okay.
No, you're right. You're right.
The regulations
started, and
the regulations are etched in stone, and we will have some shifting between now and when things go quote unquote legal. Okay, because they'll have to combine something or do something there. There's going to be some changes. Don't let anybody kid you on that.
Oh yeah, there's going to be changes.
Oh, everything is going to change.
Yeah.
There's no question about that.
In fact,
it's been. I got to interrupt for a
Okay.
second here. We're going to try and get an exterior speaker for this final segment of the show. If we could possibly go to a quick break, maybe, and let me do something technical. I've only got about 20 minutes left inside this venue, and I got 2 more people to talk to. So we got to cut Shane off, but we're going to have him on for a new show.
Alrighty, you go ahead.
Alrighty. So you need us to go to a song.
I'm listening to a song in the background, actually, Al.
I can hear it.
But
I can hear the music.
we're going to go to a song that I'm going to look through my list here. We're going to listen to some Toby Keith. Never smoke weed with Willie again. This is the 420 radio show. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. No, it's not. It's the 420 Road Show with Al and Kim from Pace Radio.
And Kim is live on location at Northern Ontario.
There we go. I'm just going into my old thing here.
Yeah, I understand. Believe me.
Been doing it too long. We'll be right back. I listened to the music in the background. It sounds really good, actually, on the stream.
Yeah.
I can find out for myself. Don't knock it till you've tried it. Well, I've tried it, my friend. And I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. I learned a hard lesson in a small Texas town. He fired up a fat boy and he passed him around. The last words I spoke before they tucked me in. I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. My party's all over before it began. You can pour me some old Whiskey River, my friend, but I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. I hopped on his old bus, the Honeysuckle Road. The party was Vegas, it was after the show. Alone in the front lounge, just me and him. With one parting puff, Grim Creeper sat in. I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. My party's all over before it began. You can pour me some old Whiskey River, my friend, but I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. Now we're passing the guitar, telling good jokes. I know one's a-comin' 'cause I'm smelling smoke. No, I do not partake, I just let it pass by. With a smile on my face and a great contact high. I'll never smoke weed, Willie again. My party's all over before it began. You can pour me some old Whiskey River, my friend, but I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. In the fetal position, with drool on my chin, I messed up and smoked weed with Willie again.
Do another one here. This is my version of Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. A little different, though. We had to bring it up into the 90s, you know, somewhat. It's now called Marijuanaville. It goes like this. Rolling my homegrown smoking a big bone. Look at that ganja covered with oil. Oh my God. Using my tweezers. Got pot in the freezer. Whoa! Made a new pipe out of aluminum foil. We stayed away again in Marijuanaville, searching for my roach clip on a rope. On a rope, on a rope, on a rope. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know that it's all this damn dope. Don't know the reason, stayed here all season. Maybe that tie stick was a way bit too strong. But I got a real beauty. A Colombian doobie. Okay, baby, come on, man. And soon I'll be up on my way along. Lucy, you got some splaining to do, baby. Wasted away again in Marijuanaville, searching for my roach clip on a rope. On a rope, on a rope, on a rope. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know that it's all this damn dope. I blew out my bong pipe, ran out of Bud Light, but I found some stash I had hidden at home. Put it into a blender, and soon it will render these little fudge brownies that help me get stoned. Wasted away again in Marijuanaville. Come on, you guys, sing along when you know the words. Searching for my roach clip on a rope. On a rope, on a rope, on a rope. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know that it's all this damn dope. Yes, and some people claim I sound like Dylan when I'm stuck, but I know that it's all this damn dope.
Tune into the Pace Radio Show and catch Kim Cooper, Debbie Stoll-Skiffen, or Allison Murden, along with myself, Al Graham, as we talk to Canadian and international cannabis advocates who are working hard to help patients and to end cannabis prohibition. Catch us live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at LifestyleRadio.ca.
Growing your own vegetables, flowers, or even medicinal plants can be a challenge without the right equipment and proper know-how. At BMA Hydroponics, not only are they your urban horticultural experts and suppliers, but their staff holds the customer's needs paramount to making a sale. Family-owned with decades of experience and knowledge, they offer free advice in person, by phone, or email. BMA Hydroponics wants to ensure you have the advice you need, which is why you'll find tips and tricks on different ways to grow, like wick, ebb and flow, drip, or aeroponic system, as well as other helpful links at bmahydroponics.com. If you can't find what you're looking for, just let them know, and they'll do everything they can to get what you're looking for. At BMA Hydroponics, each staff member also possesses a federal exemptee MMAR license, making their strong suit empathy, experience, and dedication to their customers. Because when you know how to grow, you'll have results that make you proud. BMA Hydroponics in Belleville, Ontario. Visit bmahydroponics.com.
So what are you doing? Nothing. Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh,
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio. The opinions expressed.
Hey, we're back. We're live again.
Yes, you are.
We are in Northern Ontario. Well,
We
not
are.
all
Well,
of us.
yeah. I'm actually sitting on my couch. I'm sitting on my couch. Al is sitting in his chair in front of his office.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'm in Northern Ontario.
And because we're live on location, this is the 420 Road Show.
It is on LifestyleRadio.net and 420Radio.ca.
That's right.
Right on.
That's
Right
nice.
Yeah.
Going
All
out
right,
across
Kim.
the country.
All right, Kim, you've during the break there, you got ourselves another guest.
I got a couple
who we got now?
more. Yeah, I got a couple more guests. Next up, I got David Allen Neron. He's running CannabisMonkey.com. And he's up here with a few of his team and been sharing his knowledge and information about his company. And I'd like to introduce everybody to David, who's here to tell us a little bit about CannabisMonkey.com. Hi, David. How are you?
Excellent. How about you?
Good. Hi, Dave. How you doing? This is Al.
This is the other Al. Hi.
Hey.
We don't mean to mix you up. Good. And yourself?
Excellent.
How's Northern Ontario Hempfest treating you?
Pretty stony.
Very stony. Hey, Al, we have a song for that.
Do we?
Yeah, we do. I'll send it to
All
you
right.
when we're talking.
Okay.
But, all right. Well, you want to tell us about your business and what you're doing?
Well, right now, we're focused on doing strain reviews and product reviews until legalization hits, and then we're going to focus on working on our own signature strains and medicine.
Strain and product review. So have you got stuff like strain reviews all available online that people can? Because, like, I'll tell you, like, we do public education on the weekends at a market, and people ask us about strains. So it'd be nice to be able to send them to someplace.
Not yet. We're actually on our way home right now, and as soon as I get home, I'm going to start doing all the editing and get some stuff up right away.
Cool, good. That's super. Because it's so important. People do ask all kinds of questions, and having that knowledge available and sharing with others is something that's good, is great to have. What was that, Kim?
Yeah, great opportunity for patients to get more info.
Yeah, we need you to move a little bit closer.
You gotta come closer there, darling.
Great opportunity for patients to get more info.
Oh, yes, exactly. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, keep going, Kim.
Speaking with David, sorry, oh my God, I'm getting my guests confused. I was just talking with David, and we were saying how much of a need for this kind of a service there is. I know I've counseled this weekend for educational reasons 3 different people that came to the festival to find out information about cannabis as a medicine. And all 3 asked, which strain should I use?
Yeah,
this is a really, really big question for everybody. And we need to stop doing this.
As we mentioned earlier with another guest, strains work differently on people, and in some strains, they cause munchies. Other strains don't cause munchies. Some strains help you sleep, some don't.
It's just strains. Sometimes you need the ingestion method too. Some cannabis is more effective in different inhalation methods.
So will you guys be providing information for that as well?
Absolutely, yeah. We want to do strain reviews and focus on what device is best for the strain, how the strain performs, what the flavor is, the terpene profile. We want to try to include as much as we can.
So there you go. You don't see a lot of that out there.
No, you don't, and which is why I was very encouraged by what the aspirations of this company are, and I mean it's really a good thing, much needed thing that we need out here.
Yeah, well, in the whole community for sure. Once you get that up online, you gotta make sure you get that out to people. For sure.
Well, I've got the structure for the site all up now. We just got to get the content ready and edited.
Yeah. Oh well, I could just imagine that. I work on the PACE website, and it's hard for me to keep up. And when you're trying to input all kinds of information like that, it can take a while.
Progress.
Okay, can we get you to move a little bit closer to the mic there?
Yeah, sorry. It's been a long haul. I do primarily all the work for the programming and the graphics and everything. So it's taken quite a bit to get to where we are, but I've got the structure there.
Yeah. Now, do you think that included in this information that you're talking about, would you be looking at including the cannabinoid profiles of the plants?
Definitely looking to get a device that we could use to check all those. Right now, I pretty much have to go off of what the grower gives me as the information.
Right. True. Yeah.
But that's definitely something we're looking into in the future.
Yeah, because that'd be, because I realize that, when you go out and buy a brand new car, the ad will say 42 miles to the gallon. In real life, it gets 30. So, is cannabis sort of the same thing that, even though it's, it is each seed, not each seed is exactly the same. I wouldn't look at it that way. So I would think that there's a possibility that even though something could be promoted as very high CBD and low THC, that you may find it's, maybe it's equal because it's just the way that seed developed compared to some of the other seeds.
Yeah, I think the terpene profile is a really big indicator of how the rest of the chemicals are going to affect you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I do see them available. There are some companies out there, like I know there's our sponsor, BMA Hydroponics. They have a service that allows for testing. They use a machine, some type of thing. But they have some profile, but it's not, there's some profiles that are out there will actually, getting into the THC acid and things like that. You don't normally see those in some of those tests. So if you could ever get to that point, because THC acid
THC acid.
Very important.
That sounds like something that might be fun.
Yeah, from way back in the 60s, eh?
THC, what's that? THC acid. Ooh.
Yeah, THC acid. That's what THC is before it's been burned and becomes psychoactive. It has cannabis cancer-killing properties.
Sorry, background music was too loud.
Background music. You still there, Kim? I heard you chuckle.
Yeah, I'm still here. You've got a really great concept for a company, a great start for a company. I can't wait till the website's up and his content gets edited and he's going. And we're going to talk more in depth with him and hopefully have him on a future show once he's all up and running and they've got their stuff together. And I'm so interested. This entire family has something going on in the industry to help patients. And it's just so encouraging.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Keeping it in the family.
Yeah,
there's so much out there. There's so much business out there that is being created. And people are able to start up businesses. It's all part of the cannabis end of it all. And these are things that have been, kept under wraps or haven't been allowed to bloom and prosper because of prohibition.
Yep. I'm going to kind of shuffle along here because we're only a couple minutes away from 420. Then it's going to get really loud. And when we come back, I have one final guest after 420 before I have to cut it off for the day. So I'm going to skip over right now to actually our last guest. This is his father. His name is Chris Neron, and he operates a small business, a company, and it's called silver4creations.com. silverc4creations.com. It's not really cannabis related. It is holistic related, and it is health related, and it is excellent. And I'd like to introduce everybody to Chris so he can tell us more about what he does. Hey, Chris, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. I'm a little off of the cannabis topic, but I do stuff with healing stones And I do make dabbers too. So
What kind of dabbers?
I'll just for oil and stuff. I use crystals. I use the clear quartz crystal, the points.
Yep.
And then I make I make some pretty fancy dabbers.
Really? You'll have to ask Kim to give me your URL there so I can look at them. That sounds very interesting.
What about magic crystal? Do you do magic crystal dabbers? Like dabbers that would have magic crystals in them?
Yes.
So you combine the two, right?
Yes, I do. Yeah. And then I also make pyramids with the healing stones in them.
Do you have a website?
I don't have a website just yet. I'm just starting on it. I only have about 250 pieces made so far.
How about Facebook?
Only.
Only,
We'll
exactly.
find it.
He still doesn't have enough.
Give your information to Kim and we'll get a hold of you. I want to see what you got there.
Sure, I will. Thank you.
That's not a problem. So, keep going. What was that, Kim?
He's going to tell us a little bit more what he does with his massage stuff.
Yep, go right ahead, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I put them in polyester resin. I use a catalyst, and then it hardens like a clear plastic, like casting.
Cool.
Resin.
Cool.
And I do orgonite too. I don't know if you're familiar with what orgonite is.
No.
It's EMF busters, basically. It absorbs electromagnetic frequencies. I use fluoride at the tip, and I use clear quartz crystal at the tip, and then I use copper inside, and I make electromagnetic frequency absorbers, which are good for smartphones, smart TVs, windmills, and computers even. So I have quite a few of those made.
Yeah, I definitely want to have a look at those. Yeah.
I am
you
working.
wrap your cell phone in one of these, stop the electromagnetic fields from coming out.
Yeah, that works well. I have an EMF meter. I can prove it.
Yeah. Now, just I have a friend of mine. Okay, I carry my phone in a pouch, and a friend of mine always says, "Al, don't put your phone in there. You know, your phone's up against something.
You're gonna radiate your weed, man."
Yeah, you're right.
So, and she goes on about cancer and the fact that the ladies sometimes carry the phone under their bra straps and stuff, and so this would help with that.
Yes, it would. They do sell a case that you can put your cell phone in, which when it's turned towards you, the case, then it stops the EMFs from absorbing into your skin. I saw a documentary on some young girls that were putting their phone in their bra, and they have about a 50% chance of getting cancer from the EMFs.
And you have equipment, yeah, and obviously you're going to have equipment on the site, like you said, the covers and stuff like that would be available. That's super.
Yes, I will.
Okay,
I will. I'm working on the website right now.
Yes, well, she wasn't worried about my weed, Al. She's worried about my weed. So it's this is good to know. We have some music
Thank you so
there.
much for coming. I mean, that's awesome. It's great stuff to see other aspects. You know?
That's right. Yeah.
And we'll be definitely keeping in touch with Chris.
He could make covers that are cannabis related.
I am going to make pipe holders with crystal in them and sparkles and stuff like that, and dab holders also. I'm working on right now. So I'm going to have a good selection of those too.
Okay.
It's going to get loud in here in a minute because it's almost 4:20, and then it's going to get really, really loud.
It's been a while. It's been like about 7 years since I.
What's that?
The phone just went off.
The what?
It's been 7 years. 7 years since I've heard this sound that's coming.
Yeah. The last time you were here, Al.
It's 4:20. We're waiting for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to turn down the volume on the phone. Oh yeah, it's and then you're going to. So what happens after this? After this big loudness, what's gonna happen there?
Mr. Robert Neron is going to give out a whole bunch of free giveaways for people, and it's about to start.
And this thing goes off twice a day.
He's got an old air raid siren.
It's 420, people.
That must drive his neighbors nuts.
And as Kim can attest to, that thing goes off at 4:20 a.m. as well.
Really?
Yeah, man. 4:20 in the morning, that thing's going off, and people are camping. And people are celebrating. They're out there. Some people are out there with them.
Okay, so here we go. I got my ears back a little bit.
Actually, it wasn't very painful here, Al. How was it for you?
I'm used to being yelled at like that.
So now, of course, all partygoers are at the stage and waiting for the throw out. Here we go.
Can you tell them toss something over here?
Yeah, come on. Yeah, send us something over here. We've been sitting here for hours.
Yeah.
We deserve it. Over here.
Let us know when he's throwing something.
Oh, no, here comes the joints. 420 joints.
Oh, there goes one.
Shit, I dropped mine on the floor, man. Al, can you pick that up for me? I can't bend
just a second
over.
here,
Yeah,
man.
thanks.
There it is.
Thanks.
Here you go, mate.
So we still have people in the chat room. Hello, people in the chat room. Hillary and Linda are faithfully sitting there with us.
Oh.
Oh. Yes, I see that. It's gone quiet. Dead air.
Dead air, dead air, dead air. Dead air, dead air, dead air.
What's he throwing now?
Canadian Holistics donated some dabs for everybody. So little containers of dabs.
Little containers of dabs thrown out. Nice. Now then they'll have to go over and get a dabber from them so they can use it.
So far we got dabs, we got joints, we got rolling papers, and grinders. Oh, now we got fresh weed.
Fresh weed. I
have fresh weed too.
Yeah, when I was in there, we were able to get all the licensed people at that time got plants. Just little ones, nothing huge.
Yeah, little tokens.
That's right.
Now we got T-shirts now.
I want one. Triple XL, please.
Triple
XL,
twice.
please. Yeah. You need a triple now too, Al? Have you gained some weight?
No, that's 3 shirts. One for you, Kim, myself. That's 3 shirts, and then the triple X is for you.
Oh, okay. I need a triple XL.
Yeah.
I'll wear it faithfully.
Triple.
Anybody have a business and they want to send me a cannabis T-shirt, I will wear it. But got to be a triple XL though.
Yeah. Well, T-shirts are like walking billboards.
I need clothes, people.
We'll see what we can do for you.
I forgot there's people there listening.
Hey, yeah, and I'm coming down to see you guys. I'm down in Toronto tomorrow.
Tomorrow is the 28th. You're here, what, 20? You're down here in the city. Well, I'm not even in the city, but you're heading to the city for, what, 3 or 4 days or something, aren't you?
Yeah, we're down from the 28th to the 31st. It's part of my musical weekend, I guess you could call it, but started here with Hempfest on Thursday and live bands. And my husband graciously got us tickets for Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath tomorrow on Monday.
Kim,
we're headed into Toronto for that.
Linda in our chat room says that her hubby's at Hempfest and she'd like a T-shirt, so give it to her hubby.
Okay.
Oh, wait. She said, shh. Sorry. Sorry, Linda. You've been outed.
Yes.
So.
And what was hubby's name?
Yeah, she didn't say.
Oh, you need to know who he is so you can go send the message.
Yeah, we need.
What?
Would blah 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 please report to the upper information booth? Bob, please come to the upper information booth.
Maybe it's a one-size-fit-all shirt.
I've been shushed.
I see that.
Yeah. So,
So grand total, what we had on the 420 giveaway today was we got some pre-rolled joints.
Come closer.
And with some flowers given away, nuts, nice nuts. Little containers of some dabs. Everybody got a nice little dab mat.
Okay, I'd like some of that too. Yep.
We got a t-shirt, we got meditainers, and we got goo containers.
Okay, so Ron, if you're listening, your wife Linda would like a Hempfest shirt. Please buy her one.
You hear that, Ron?
You hear that, Ron?
I don't know how many Rons are there, but maybe
you're welcome, Linda.
I know who you're talking about. It's Ronnie. I know who you is.
Okay, well, Ronnie, your wife would like a shirt.
Ronnie, for a second, you're on the radio.
He's getting him on the radio too.
We found him.
Your wife is here. Come here. Your wife found you, darling.
Hi, Ron. Linda would like a T-shirt from Hempfest. She's in our chat room listening to the show.
You hear him? Say that again.
I said, hello, Ron. Your wife Linda is in our chat room listening to the show, and she would like a Hempfest T-shirt. I don't know.
Okay, he says, message received.
I don't know what size she is.
Do you want to say hi to Linda, Ron? Say welcome.
Come say hi. Yep. She said hi, Ron.
Oh, Linda.
There you go. There we go.
Linda.
There you go. Now they'll have something to giggle about later tonight in bed.
He's all nervous here. He don't want to be on the radio.
Oh, that's fine. He's not the first. He won't be the last.
No.
Okay, so let Linda know message was received by Ron.
Yep. He said okay. I said he said okay. She's also listening, so she can hear what we're saying, you know.
Oh, that's hysterical. Hi, Linda, honey, I miss you.
I bet you she's laughing. She's probably laughing on the floor, kicking her legs, laughing.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. If you only knew Ronnie, you would be busting the butt.
Nothing is sacred in our chat room. Now you know this. Anyway, so what are we moving on to?
Yes, I have one final guest that I'm closing out with, and this appeared on me. Ow!
Oh, you're not super mobile in order to go hunt him down.
I have Captain Dave.
Did you find him?
Attention, Captain Dave, please report to the upper information booth. Captain Dave.
Apparently, he's having some transmission issues. I'm thinking he's not going to be able to make it back in.
Okay.
When you turn your head, we have a transmission issue too. That's too bad.
Yeah, it is. Captain Dave came all the way here to Hempfest from BC, and he is avid person for suppositories. He's starting up his own company. Cannabis suppositories, and he is working with somebody I think we all know well, and that is Cherry Sicard.
Cool.
Oh,
Captain Dave, we found him.
Oh, Captain Dave.
Well, while you're getting ready to talk to Dave, I'd just like to announce a new service we have here at 420radio.ca. If you've lost your spouse and you'd like us to help find it, him, her, just let us know.
Kim, just so you know, Linda says thank you.
Yeah, she does. And she's laughing.
She said, and Kim, she says, miss you too, Kim.
Anyway, yeah, so I found Captain Dave here. Somebody went out and got him for us.
Alrighty.
So we're back on here.
Okay.
And it's all good. So yeah, Captain Dave, he joined us here in Hempfest to meet Robert and I because of, I guess, the work he's seen online and their advocacy work that we've been doing here in the North. And he's here to spread the word on the goodness of cannabis suppositories and how cannabis has saved his life and how cannabis has helped him with cancer. And we really love that he came all the way here to join us from BC and talk to us. How you doing, Captain Dave?
Hello.
Yeah, you have to hug each other, Dave. You got to squish right in there and give her a kiss on the cheek and talk to her.
Just got to get close to that mic.
Yeah, you got to be closer to the mic is what I'm getting at. Yeah. Don't be shy.
Yeah, okay. Well, it was a good trip out here, and I'm glad I came to meet these wonderful people. And I am, part of the BC Bud thing in Vancouver, and really enjoy being where I'm at. And I've had a wonderful trip out here, and these people are so nice, man. They're cool.
Yeah, we're cool people out here in the East, aren't we?
Yeah, it might be a little warm out, but yeah, we're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sort of kind of on a wave here of people coming to me and asking me about suppositories. Right?
I can imagine. I know there's been some interest in them in my advocacy work. So this would be interesting.
Yeah, I have a name to throw at you, and you can check her out on her website. It's Effie Fitzgerald. She's from Ontario. She's from the Peterborough area. She's a famous painter, very famous painter. She has paintings in Buckingham Palace.
I'm going to have to ask you to, Kim, can you allow Dave to be right in front of the mic, please? Because we can't hear him at all.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and stick my headset on and give it.
Okay.
All right.
So, little bit of a interlude. Dum-dum-dum-dum, everybody sing.
Okay, I think Al has...
No, I closed that. Now you want me to put music on. Okay, hold on. I got something coming. It's loading here.
Were you doing some singing there? Where's that? Because there's a lot of benefits. Some people go, suppositories, but there's there are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, here's Dave.
Dave's not here, man.
Dave's not here. Oh, here's some cheering.
I hear cheering. Somebody must got another hat. I'd like a hat, too. I collect them.
I think they...
And while you're at it, can you stop by the store and get me a pack of Ziggies? I'm all at... Squirrel.
You got a squirrel out your window?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know where Dave has gone and Kim have gone. I think they've lost us, and we've...
Well, they're still... They haven't dropped out of the call.
No, they're still here, but we're just rambling at the moment.
Yeah, that's right.
It's called the third hour ramble.
Here's the monitors, please. Here's the monitors.
I don't know.
What the aliens have arrived at Hempfest?
That's what I'm listening to. There's some more cheering.
Hi, guys. Okay, the band is about to start, and we're going to get cut out.
Okay.
We'll have to have Dave on a show down.
Yes, we will.
I've got Dave booked already. He's going to be joining us the third week of October.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
So thanks for joining us from Hempfest. If you want to listen to the hip hop band, that's who's up next.
I don't know how well we would hear it, to be honest with you, Chris.
Exactly.
Kim,
That's what I was thinking
Chris,
too.
who's Chris?
We're not
There's no
plugged
Chris
into them.
here.
Well, Kim, thanks for doing this from Moonbeam.
Thank you for having me out, and I had a fantastic time. And hopefully next time it'll go smoother with less technical difficulties.
Well, hey, that's how you learn. You try to do something, find the problems, get it fixed. You learn that way. So.
Yep.
Yep.
Right on. I've had a blast, and it's a great festival, and I encourage everybody to join us next year.
Yes, exactly.
So, you have been listening to the 420 Road Show, live from Hempfest, Northern Ontario. Right? Is that where we are? Is that what it's called?
Yes, Northern Ontario.
Yep. And before we go, Kim, can you please move a little bit closer to your microphone and give some URLs where people can find out information for next year?
Yeah, absolutely. You can check out the website at hempfestnorthernontario.ca, and it's also available on Facebook. And you can also find Shea Willie's Place on Facebook, which is the location of Hempfest, Northern Ontario, every year.
Cool. Al?
Cool.
Anything else?
No, you can catch the Pace Radio Show Wednesday night. We're live. And Kim is on this week. Who's your guest, Kim? Oh.
I think she's gone now. Somebody killed her.
So Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, we're live. Kim's the joint host. Oh. I just
My guest next week, I believe, is Flavor Saver.
Who?
Flavors.
Oh, Flavor Saver.
Flavor Savers. There's
Cool.
another review.
There you go.
Hey, there you go, man.
There you go.
All right, that's great. Okay, so yeah, you catch us Wednesday night with the Flavor Saver.
There you go.
8 o'clock. Right here at LifestyleRadio.ca and www.420radio.ca.
And you can catch me here with Marcel, Laurie, Chris, and Ross every Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the 420 Radio Show. Thank you for listening. We're out of here. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Kim.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Kim.
So what are you doing? Nothing. Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.